right. Steelers lose to the Raiders at home in their home opener, 26-17. With me to talk about it is, well, me. I'll be doing most of the talking, but also making her podcast debut is Sophie. Say hi, Sophie. Sophie, say hi. Sophie. She hates technology, but this is Sophie. And yeah, I brought her on because this subject matter sucks. So I figured a cute dog would be good to soften the blow because it sucked. I don't know why they lost. I think you could split it up into 3 equal parts. One of them, I think the main one was they just suffered too many injuries. They had main injuries going into the game with Bush and Hayden out. Then during the game, they lose Alu and TJ Watt, which had to which hurt a lot. Obviously, TJ Watts is basically your best player, so that hurt a lot. I think Hayden was actually the biggest loss because that secondary was a mess, and this is a trend. This is when Hayden doesn't play, it's bad. It's bad. Yes, Sophie. You yes they do. Yes they do. They're bad. They're bad. The secondary is bad. Yes, they are. So that was one part of it. The other part is maybe the Raiders actually aren't bad. They had all the tropes that you would associate with losing, and that was they're a West Coast team playing a 1:00 game on the East Coast. They had the travel. They played Monday night, so they didn't have that. They had one less day of rest, and they also had a bunch of injuries. So the thinking going into the game was, oh, this is going to be easy for the Steelers. And whenever there's a game that's quote unquote going to be easy, that's when they lose. Not just the Steelers. That's just about every team. It's human nature. So don't say, oh, it's Thomas' fault. Thomas plays not in the competition. Like every team does that. Please. Anyway, so that was part number 2. Maybe the Raiders are good. And part number 3 is this offense is a problem. It was masked in the Buffalo game because they won and because they got a blocked kick for a touchdown. But the offense in the Buffalo game was absolutely horrible in the first half and got a little bit better in the second half. Today, the offense was kind of okay at times, and other times was absolutely terrible. And this can't continue. Especially with a depleted defense, they needed help, and they didn't get it. And it sucked. But one thing I noticed was apparently another thing is Derek Carr is apparently like the greatest quarterback ever against the Steelers. Like in 3 games, he's scored like a whole bunch of touchdowns and just basically played really good against the Steelers. So that's another thing. But anyway, let's talk about the game. So yeah, it starts out with they're missing Devin Bush. They're missing Joe Hayden. That means that Spillane was the other starting inside linebacker, and that's a problem. Something needs to be done about that. He can't cover. He sucks in coverage. That's why they got Schobert, was because Spillane was so bad. Well, Schobert was out there too. He didn't do that great either. So they got to do something about that. You got to get somebody out there. If it depends so much on your linebackers covering, then find one that could cover. There has to be one on the team. What's UG3 doing? I'm tired of Mr. Potential. Do something already, dude. So anyway, the Raiders win the toss. They defer to the second half, so the Steelers start the game. They start on their own 31. There was a pass to Juju. Juju had a lot of targets this game. Najee had a run for 3 on another on third down. There was a pass to Juju. Najee run loss for 1 yard. Short pass to Juju. And third down, Ben was in trouble. He made an incomplete pass, and there was a punt. So basically, pretty short drive. The Raiders' first drive from their 20, not much going on there. There is a pass for 9 yards. Carr did a quarterback sneak. Must be nice to do quarterback sneaks. Really helped them today. There was a run for 4 yards, a pass to Renfro to make it third and short, but they were stuffed on the run. And there was a punt. Steelers from their own 35. They started on their own 35, but there was an unsportsmanlike conduct on Ray. The discipline was a problem today. We'll get to that in a minute. Oof. So there was a pass to Chase that was broken up. There was Najee had a nice run, 14 yards, and then Najee had a run for a loss of 3. There was a short pass to Chase Claypool, and then Ben got intercepted on a really bad. I'm not sure what the heck he was doing there, but he got intercepted, and it got returned to the Steelers 39. So giving the Raiders a short field. Carr throws for 11 yards. Then Carr gets sacked, and there's a fumble, but they recover. TJ is still in the game at this point, and wreaking havoc. So that was a big loss when he wasn't there. There was a false start, thanks to we're attributing that to the crowd, which I was in the crowd, so I'll take credit for that. I was at the game. It was mostly a great experience. The problem is when you go to live events, the people around you could be really cool, or people around you could really suck, and we had a little bit of both. So that kind of ruins the experience, and it really sucks because you spend a lot of time and money to go to a live event, and then it sort of kind of gets ruined. But anyway, the one thing before the game that I thought this was interesting is we're trying to get into the game, and basically everything is digital. You show your. I'm sure there's some paper tickets, but most of them are through whatever ticketing company you went through. I don't know. I went through Ticketmaster, and so you had to show the barcode to get in. Well, the system kind of got overwhelmed. There was no network at all. So we're waiting in line to get in, and people cannot show their ticket because they can't access the network because the network was overloaded. So that kind of sucked. But anyway, so if you're wondering why it took so long for people to get in, also people don't understand the bag policy, or don't know, or don't care, and so there were a lot of bags that were just like taken. Like I just saw a pile of bags. I don't know if they get them back or thrown away, or I don't know what the heck happened there, but that was weird. So anyway, so there was a pass complete to the Steelers 27. They attempt a field goal. Field goal is good. Raiders are up 3-0 on the kickoff. Steelers start at their own 22. There was a pass to Najee, and Najee had this stiff arm from hell. Not quite Vance McDonald-esque, but pretty darn close. It was awesome, and it goes to It goes to show what Najee is capable of. He did not have that good game. Did you hit the microphone? Do you want to talk that bad? What do you have to say about the Steelers, Sophie? Nothing. Exactly. But it shows, I think, the potential of Najee. Najee hasn't done much the first couple of games, and I don't think it's his fault. It's this line. This line is atrocious. Something needs to be done. What can you do about this offensive line besides kidnap people or have a cloning program or whatever? I don't know what you could do, but they're stuck. They're stuck with this line. We knew it was going to be bad. It is bad. So now we're screwed. Ben doesn't have time to throw. Najee doesn't have time to run. it's bad. It's bad. I don't care what plans you have. I don't care what offense you have. If you have a crappy offensive line, you're not going to do anything. So that's a problem. There was a pass to Deontay that was brought back on a holding call. There was another pass to Deontay that was incomplete, but there was a hands of the face penalty on the Raiders. Benny Snell ran for one. Najee ran for one. There was a pass to Juju. He broke some tackles and got a first down to the Raiders 44. Ben was sacked, but there was really no loss. There was a pass to Juju for 6. And there was a deep pass to Chase that was not complete. And then on 4th and 4, so that basically they're at the Raiders like 44. They go for it on 4th and 4, and it doesn't work. Okay. I mean, I get it. You know, it's 4th down. You can't, I mean, I guess you could punt there, but it's kind of, you know, it's kind of iffy territory there. So, okay, I support your right to punt. I'm okay with that call. 4th down punts will play a factor in the near future. So we'll get to that in a minute. Oh God, I just knocked over the Death Star. Oh yeah. Other guest is R2D2. See, this is the Death Star I just picked up. Thriftburg. I just spit all over the place. I just spit on you, Sophie. There's this place called Thriftburg that they take things from like thrift shops and either clean them up or highlight them or something like that and sell them. And yeah, I got this really cool Death Star. I got R2D2. R2D2, what do you think about the Steeler game? Come on, R2D2. Are you kidding me? He has nothing to say. Now he has nothing to say about the Steeler game. Yeah, exactly. And my thoughts exactly, R2D2. Okay. We get it, R2D2. Okay, cool. Okay, so the 4th down, the attempt failed. The Raiders from their 38. There was a run for 4. Carr scrambled, and there was a helmet-to-helmet call. You know, it kind of was. I mean, sorry, they're going to call that. You know, I know it sucked, but they're going to call that. The run was stuffed for a loss of 2. Raiders really could not get the run game going at all today, which was impressive for the Steelers because they were so depleted. There was an encroachment call on Highsmith. They run for 2. There was a big pass to the Steelers 23. Carr was good all day. Carr was making deep throws. He was making short throws. He was good. So they get deep in Steelers territory, but settle for a field goal. So now it's 6-0 Raiders. Steelers kickoff from the 25. Was a pass to Deontay for 13. Najee ran for a first down to the 48. There was a pitch to Chase, which didn't work. The loss of 2. There was a short pass to Juju. There was a deep pass to Deontay to the 4 or 5 yard line, and then they ran it. Juju ran up the middle for a 4-yard touchdown, and people are saying, "Well, this is the Matt Canada offense. This whole drive had Matt Canada's fingerprints all over it." Okay, fine, cool, but hey, there wasn't enough of it. What was I going to say? The other thing about this drive was they kind of went into hurry up mode, and it worked. Why didn't you do that all the time? If hurry up works, then use it. What? Oh, that's so frustrating. So touchdown, extra point is good. It is 7-6 Steelers. Raiders from their 25. There was a pass for 13 yards, another pass for 10 yards, another pass all the way to the Steelers 27. They basically just went right down the field with no problem. There was an incomplete pass, a pass for 6 yards, a pass for a first down to the Steelers 17, a run for a 2-yard loss. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. There was a 2-yard loss. Yes. A short pass for 1, make it 3rd and 9. There was a pass to Waller to make it 4th and 1. Waller was the big question going into the game is how are you going to stop Waller? And they did. So much for that. So kudos to the Steelers there. There was what else? Okay, so there, so this 4th and 1, and Carr once again did a quarterback sneak, very effective. For the first down, they ran it to the 3. There was a false start, so that brought him back. There was a touchdown that was brought back on a penalty. There was a false start. I'm sorry. This is when we found out TJ was hurt. They showed it on the Jumbotron. It said, TJ Watt is questionable with a groin, and the entire crowd went. It's like we all gasped. So it ended up being third and goal from the 17, but there was an incomplete. There was a pass complete, but there was an ineligible man downfield, so it brought back again. So basically, with 6 seconds left in the half, there was a 41-yard field goal attempt. It was good, so it's Raiders 9, Steelers 7. So that's how we go into halftime. The Raiders started the third quarter from the 25. There was a pass to Waller for 9. Spillane is good on the run. I keep saying if they banned the forward pass, Robert Spillane would be an all-pro. He is good against the run. He is just atrocious in coverage. It is a problem. It is a big problem. So there is a pass to Willie Snead. I don't know if that was a Willie Snead that used to play for the Ravens. Okay, that's where he ended up. There was a pass batted down by Wormley. There was a run for 2 yards. So it's 3rd and 8. This drive ended up in a punt. The punt, the Steelers start on their 13. It starts with a deep pass attempt to Chase, which is incomplete. A pass to Deontay for 5 yards. Muth got a catch all the way to the 32. It is, I think, with every week we're going to see less and less of Ebron and more of Freiermuth. One thing that Freiermuth does that Ebron doesn't is actually catch the ball. Another thing is he actually attempts to block. So you have those two things. It's not a good time for Eric Ebron. So he's probably not going to be playing much. Ben got sacked for a loss of 3. There was on 3rd and long, there was a short pass to Deontay, which was really frustrating. All right, Sophie. I think Sophie, say bye everybody, because say bye because you're jingling too much. So okay, bye. Yeah, I know you're jingling. She has those things on her collar. So anyway, where were we? Okay, so yeah, on a 3rd and long, there was a short pass. So frustrating. That's Randy Fichtner crap right there. Like so frustrating. So there was a nice punt by Harvin to the Raiders 18. So Raiders from their 18 didn't matter that they were pinned deep in their territory because there was a pass to Edwards for 18, then a pass for 9. Ingram sacked him. Thank goodness for Ingram. And there was but there was a. Well, thank you. That's what I've been saying, R2. I know. My goodness. I'm glad we agree on that. But there was a pass to Renfro for the first time to the Steelers 40. Kenyon Drake ran for 1. Then there was a pass to Ruggs for 30 yards all the way to the Steelers 9. And there was a touchdown. extra point is good. So now it is Raiders 16, Steelers 7. Now Steelers get the ball at the 17. Najee ran for 3. There was a pass to Freiermuth, and a roughing the passer call. So the Steelers ended up on the 44. There was a false start on Deontay. There was there was a first down pass to Chase to the Raiders 45. Benny Snell did nothing because he sucks. There was a pass to Chase that was broken up, so now it's 3rd down and 10. And then there was a pass to Deontay. Yet again, another miscommunication between Ben and Deontay. It happens a lot. Not a lot, but it happens too much. I can tell you that. Sucks. It's unacceptable. It's, obviously Ben threw it deep and Deontay didn't know he was supposed to go deep. How do you constantly have this miscommunication? I don't know, but where are we? So that ends up in a punt. Harvin had a nice punt down to the Raiders 3. And Raiders from their 3, again, it doesn't matter because Carr was passing really well. They passed to the 16. There was a pass for 2 yards. There was a pass to Waller to the Raiders 31, and that was the end of the 3rd quarter. Then to start the 4th quarter, there was a pass for Edwards that was broken. He broke a tackle, so made it all the way to the Steelers 46. Another pass to Ruggs for 8. Drake ran for a loss of 4, so it's 3rd and 6. The pass was batted down by Cam, so it's 4th down, and the Raiders punt. So they punted into the end zone. The Steelers from their own 20. They gave it to Najee for a little bit, and then an absolute bomb. This is where Ben and Chase connected. It was an absolute bomb to Chase Claypool down to the Raiders 25. Sweet. There was an incomplete pass and then another incomplete pass, and then a pass to Najee for a touchdown. Sweet. Awesome. Great. I mean, great. That's why you have Chase Claypool for deep passes, and it worked. That's why you have Najee to score touchdowns, and it worked. So yay. For once, the offense was doing something. So goody. It was a quick drive, but it resulted in a touchdown. So that's great. Now after the touchdown, there was a lot of confusion. There was a lot of, I don't know what happened here. Trey Turner got ejected and one of the Raiders got ejected. I guess there was a fight. Basically, Trey Turner spit on somebody. You don't do that. Like, I don't know. I don't know. You just don't. It's hard. It's easy to say from some schmuck sitting in the stands or some schmucks sitting in front of a microphone, of how it is in the heat of battle and all that stuff. But he got ejected from the game. Their offensive line sucked enough already, and now he just removed himself from the offensive line. So that could not have helped. So you got to know better. You can't spit on people. That's just unacceptable. So anyway, okay, so the extra point is good. Now it is Raiders 16-14. Okay, here's basically the play of the game. We'll start from the Raiders from their 25. They have a pass for 7 yards. There's a pass to Waller to their own 39. There's 2 incomplete passes, and then the play of the game, a 61-yard bomb. That was basically the ball game right there. It made it. That extra point was good. It made it 23-14 in the middle of the 4th quarter. That was a dagger. That was absolutely a heartbreaker. There was no recovery from that. That just I mean, kudos to the Raiders. They did. That was awesome. But here we go. After that, okay. Well, there's some other significant thing that happened. Steelers from their 20. There was a pass to Deontay for 4. There was a drop by Washington. a pass to Firemouth, so it was 4th and 1 from their own 34 with I'm not sure how much time was left. Middle of 4th quarter. We're talking middle of 4th quarter, and they're down by 9. 4th and 1, and they don't go for it. I don't understand this. I don't get it. You're down 2 scores. You're down 2 scores with not that much time remaining. This is not hard, people. And you can't get 1 yard. How many times have we heard, if you don't get 1 yard, you don't deserve to win the game? You don't even try? No, not acceptable. Sorry, not acceptable. So they punt. It was a good punt. Harvin had a good game. The Raiders from their 25, they just ran. They ran. They're running down the clock at this point. Can't blame them. They tried to run. It was basically not a 3 and out, because their first run was they ran for 10 yards. So there were 3 runs after that, and they punted from the 48. So Steelers get the ball again. Ray had a good punt return. So he to the Steelers 32. There was a pass to Firemouth for 9. There was a pass to Najee for a first down. There was another pass to Najee. There's a pass to Deontay to the Raiders 38. And there was basically 3 incomplete passes. So now to 4th and 10 from the Raiders 38. Chris Boswell attempts a 56-yard field goal, and it is good. Awesome. So now the score is 23-17. So Steelers are still in it. At this point, there's about 3:37 left. So Steelers have to stop them now and hope to get the ball back quickly. Well, that didn't happen. Basically, the Raiders just ran. They ran. The big but the big thing in this drive was there was a pass for a first down. And then, so there you go. You get another set of downs, more running off the clock. And that basically was the ball game. They actually kicked a field goal to make it 26-17. So now they're up 2 scores again. And the only other significant thing was the Steelers got the ball with like 20 seconds left. There was a pass to Deontay, and it kind of looks like the only reason there was for that pass to Deontay was the padded stats so he could get over 100 yards. Well, I hope it was worth it because he got hurt. And a meaningless drive and to get a meaningless stat. You hurt one of your best wide receivers. Great job. So we don't know how hurt he is. We don't know. Alu is I think he's out for the season with, I believe, a broken ankle. Hopefully TJ, it's not serious. Hopefully Bush and Hayden, it's not serious. But here we are. So if I told you in August that the Steelers would be 1-1 after 2 games, you would probably say, well, yeah, obviously you lost to the Bills and you beat the Raiders. Well, that's not what happened. You beat the Bills and you lost to the Raiders. So are we good? Because, we're still 1-1. I don't know. I don't feel good about this team at all. I don't feel good. This offense is not working so far. We knew it was going to be a work in progress. This is not a surprise, but this is not good. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable to, I don't care if you have the best defense in the world. The Steelers defense was good. It bugs me that people say, well, they had injuries. The Raiders had injuries too. The only difference is the Raiders injuries were during the week before the game. And I know that does make a difference, because when you lose people during the game, you're scrambling. Okay, fine. But still, they dealt with injuries. They dealt with going from the West Coast to the East Coast. They dealt with not only one less day of practice. They played overtime last week when they beat the Ravens. So, I don't like the excuses. I just don't know what to think right now. I don't know. Obviously, when your team wins, you think they're never going to lose, and when your team loses, you think they'll lose forever. But this does not look good. This just the offense doesn't look good. Ben doesn't look good. The offensive line looks atrocious, and the defense the defense sucked today. Why? Because you lose. The one that bugs me is Hayden. Like, why is it that when he's gone, the entire thing falls apart? Something needs to be done about that, because I don't think he's going to be here next year. Then what's going to happen? Like, I don't know if he's in charge of communication, or I don't know what's going on, but that secondary sucks without him. I just remember that Buffalo game last year when Hayden didn't play, and Stephon Diggs just ran wild on them. He was just like unstoppable. And it kind of seemed the same way today. Carr just did whatever he wanted. Their receivers, I don't want to say wide open the whole game, but it sure looked like it. It sure looked like, it sure looked like Carr could do whatever he wanted. And he had all, there were easy throws because everybody was open. So I don't know. I'm worried. So in terms of stats, Roethlisberger had 295 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. So not the worst. Stats. Their Carr was 28 of 37 for 382 yards and 2 touchdowns. They really couldn't rush at all. Najee had 10 rushes for 38 yards. Peyton Barber had 13 rushes for 32 yards. Not sure why. Kenyon Drake didn't do much. Ruggs had 5 receptions for 113 yards and a touchdown. So he had to have that. Yeah, he had that just dagger, that bomb. Deontay had 9 receptions for 105 yards on 12 targets. I thought Juju had a lot. Juju had 7 targets, 6 receptions, 41 yards. Chase Claypool had 3 receptions for 70 yards, and Najee had 5 receptions for 43 yards and a touchdown. We'll see. Next up for the Steelers is, I don't even know. It's Cincinnati, right? Yeah, it's Cincinnati. At home, September 26th at 1:00. At this point, I don't know what to think. I don't know. Like, we can't say any team is easy right now. If they play the way that they played today, they're not beating anybody. So I don't, and I don't know what's going on with the Bengals. I know they lost today to the Bears, but I don't know. The Browns beat the Texans, and the Ravens play. Actually, they play right. It's about 8:00 on Sunday, so they play tonight. We'll see. Hopefully the Chiefs beat them. It is in Baltimore, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the other teams do. If they play like this, they're not beating anybody. So we'll see. All right. That's all I got. Well, I'm going to talk to a lot of people about the Steelers. I have Nick Farabaugh on. I love talking to him. He's such an awesome X and O's guy. I'm talking to my one set of Steeler buddies, Andrew Zirko and Jacob Harrison. And then I think I'm talking to my other set of Steeler buddies, Leanne Lohman and Allison Kohler. So I think we have just a whole week of Steeler talk, and complaining and analysis. So look forward to that. So anyway, thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.